Hey guys, it is Jess with Watch Kitty Shrink. Do you all remember when I used to make videos in like a full face of makeup and my hair done and all that? We've known each other a good long time, right? Like we're 4 years into our relationship together, so I don't have to do that anymore, right? Okay, good. So this is week 1 of Regain. I've tried to make this video about 20 times and I ramble and I don't want to do that. I just want to get the facts out and go on. And I know that I have been talking about Regain for like a year or more, but I've not really talked exact numbers, exactly what happened, what's changed in my body since I've regained and stuff like that. And for me, I can't fix it if I can't face it. So that's what this video is going to be about. Even though I've been trying off and on to lose my Regain, I'm going to call this Regain Week 1. I'm going to do just like I did after my surgery, where I did weekly weigh-ins here on YouTube and put the weights down in the description. So let's go over the numbers really quick. My highest weight was in April of 2016 and it was 285.0. My surgery weight was 255.4 in August of 2016. My lowest weight was 140.9, but my normal maintenance weight for almost 2 years was between 143 and 145. Now, this is week 1 of Regain, and I weigh 176.8, which is exactly 31.8 pounds of Regain from my normal weight, which is what I'm calling the 143 to 145 range. That's 31.8 pounds of Regain. As far as what's changed, most of my Regain has been in my thighs and my lower stomach and kind of around my hip area. So my shirt size hasn't changed, other than before at my lowest I was an extra small or small. Now I'm very definitely in the small category. The smalls aren't tight, but they fit well enough to know that an extra small would not fit well. Now my pant size has changed. At my normal weight, I was a size 4. I'm currently a size 8 and a snug size 8. So that's the biggest changes for me as far as what my body looks like. And no, it's not the end of the world. I was a size 24 before. I'm still very happy being a size 8, but I felt better. I felt more confident at my normal maintenance weight, and that's what I want to get back to. So I am going to explain a few things to you about what caused my Regain, but I want you to know I'm not making excuses. At the end of the day, the choices that I made were my own. These are not an excuse for my Regain. I still made the bad choices, but it's just what happened in my life that led me to not put my health and my weight and all that as a priority. For one thing, I think I just got a little bit burnt out around the 3-year mark. My whole life had been about what I'm eating, what I'm doing, fitness-wise and all that for 3 years. And I think I got a little bit tired of my whole life revolving around that. You need to find a balance, and I am working on it. I definitely don't advocate just not giving a absolute crap like I did for a little bit. I think that is some of my Regain, but I was just so burnt out and bored of my whole life being about weight loss. And like I said, you have to find a balance, and I'm working on it. I don't have the answer for you as to what the balance is, other than that I'm trying to find it. And then in September of 2019, my mama, which is my grandmother, it's my mom's mom, she's lived with me my whole life. She was my absolute best friend in the world. Starting in September, she started getting sick, and this was before the coronavirus hit, so you were still allowed to stay in the hospital with your loved ones if they were admitted. So we did. She was never alone in the hospital. That's just how my family rolls. And it was a lot, because she would be admitted for like a week or two, and then she'd come home for 3 or 4 days, and then she'd get admitted for a week or two again. And this is how my routine looked. I woke up in the hospital, went to the bathroom and took a shower and got ready for work. My dad would come to the hospital Me and my mom would leave for work. We would work 8 hours, and then we would come back to the hospital, run up to the cafeteria, grab us something for supper, go back to my mama's room. My dad would leave for the evening to get some things done, through the evening and night. Once we got back to my mama's room, we would eat our supper, and we stayed there. Just stayed in those rooms. And sometimes I would make good choices, or at least the best choice I could, which would be like a salad from the cafeteria. And sometimes I would just be so depressed that I would just get whatever. Cheeseburger and french fries, mostly. And take that to her room and eat. So, I was obviously very depressed. I was getting no movement other than from the hospital room to the car. And I wasn't eating well. Now, I will say this, with the exception of maybe choosing better things to eat, I would not take any of that back. That was an honor and a privilege to be able to be there with my mama, to make sure that she knew she was never alone for a second. I would do that again in a heartbeat, because I don't regret that. I don't care if it made me gain 1,000 pounds. I don't regret that. I was where I needed to be. However, that particular routine definitely caused weight gain, because I wasn't eating good and I was getting no movement whatsoever. And then when she passed at the end of November of 2019, the grief was all consuming. It felt like I wasn't even in my body. I was just on autopilot. And the very last thing I cared about was myself, or my own health, and what I was eating. And I've really had to come to an understanding that I can grieve while also still taking care of myself. That's a work in progress too. And then coronavirus hit and quarantine hit, and it was kind of like, if I'm never going to see another human being again, what do I care what I look like? And it's all just been a big mental journey for me. I didn't do this because of how I looked skinny or to impress other people. I did this because I felt better when I was taking care of myself. So this is longer than I intended it to be, but like I said, I have to face it before I can fix it. A couple of things I'm going to be working on in the next week is more water. I'm actually going to do the gallon challenge every day, or really going to try to do it every single day for the next month. I'm doing a step bet. If you've never done a step bet, you're more than welcome to join me. You have a whole week to join, because this week is just the practice week. And a couple of my friends here from YouTube have joined me. Basically, a step bet just helps you be more active through the day. Like, I've already gotten back into working out for 30 minutes a day, but that will be the only movement I get. I could literally sit the rest of the day and not move, and that's not good for me. So this is just a way to kind of keep me moving. So the way that works is you pay $40, that's your entry fee, and you're saying that for the next 5 weeks, I will meet these goals. If you do meet your goals, you get your money right back. If you don't meet your goals, you lose your money. That's the motivating factor, is if you want your money back, you're going to have to do it. And what it'll sync to your Apple Watch and your Fitbit, whatever device you use. And you have to get 4 active days, 2 power days, and you get a rest day. I think my active days have me at getting 8,000 steps a day, and my power days I have to get like 10,500, something like that. But everybody's goals are different. It matches to your device. As you can see, I'm really trying to take the water seriously. As far as eating, I'm still not mentally ready to go back to keto, but I am doing low carb, low fat. I'm trying to be more balanced with my eating in general, trying to eat less processed foods. I know that's a big problem for me, and I'm never going to be perfect. I'm never going to be able to be 100% clean, but I could be a lot cleaner of an eater than I am now. And another thing is takeout. My family does takeout a lot. Now in Kentucky, you still can't really go in the restaurants and eat, but you can get takeout and bring it home through the drive-thru. And I told myself I was supporting small businesses by doing that. because they are struggling. And that's true, but I could support them one time a week. It doesn't need to be every day. So I really have to work on, even if my parents want to dine out, I still have plenty of things here that I could and should eat. So yeah, this video might sound like a hot mess, but I had a lot I wanted to get out. But I am going to start doing weekly weigh-ins. So week 1, regained 176.8, and I will see you 1 week from today where hopefully that number is lower. Bye guys. One of my favorite lunches, I have some broccoli, red pepper, orange pepper, yellow pepper, onions, 4 ounces of this turkey kielbasa, and Creole seasoning. You get a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil hot, and then just add your veggies. Cover your veggies in your Creole seasoning. Add your meat and just stir around until it's done. And here it is, and you've only dirtied up 1 skillet. So this is what it looks like. I have definitely shared this recipe on here before. It's something that I eat really, really often because it's high protein, low carb, low fat. It's just exactly perfect for my macros. I used to be keto. I did keto for 4 years. I'm taking a small break just to do low fat, high protein, and low carb. Basically just to eat more veggies and stuff to be a little more balanced. And I love this meal. You only get 1 skillet dirty. It takes like 10